during a stream. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Payback as a Lich, a campaign where every single member of this party is an undead spellcaster that can hold a grudge for a millennia. And give me one more. And because there's always something, I forget. Sorry, I was a little bit of the in-day speaker, and you guys were getting my echo, so I had to fix something in the background. So yeah, now it's official. We're starting now. We'll cut this in the post-editing. All right, so Payback is a Lich. For those of you who haven't been watching this campaign before, you've been missing quite a lot, I have to say. In the tangled web of Vecna's godhood, he's trying to rewrite the multiverse of D&D to his own image. He wants to be the only god in the entire multiverse of D&D. And in fact, he's amassing quite a lot of pantheons and portfolios from other gods. And the left-hand horrors, these sad group of vengeful liches in front of you, who has been way above their head, trying to stop Vecna's from completing his plans and perhaps even doing something better, or perhaps they just want to usurp the throne. I don't know. They are indeed they've been this entire campaign dealing with timeline shenanigans where two timelines merged, dealing with also with their own shenanigans, killing themselves, sending themselves into labyrinths, into demiplanes by the Lady of Pain, traveling across the multiverse looking for the Bloody Rod while racing against the competition from a different enemy of Vecna, Kaz. And yes, at the end, they've managed, despite all the stumbling and all the falling and all the strange things that happened along the way, they've managed to gather 7 pieces of the same rod of 7 parts. Because yes, in this story, they've managed to actually have 2. And then they discover what that rod would do. I mean, it was not just a nice artifact that allows you to cast stuff without being attuned to it. It's also apparently a key to an ancient obelisk, and in fact a key to an ancient buried ziggurat, where this obelisk is buried in the very last end of this structure. This error is not going to happen. It happened. Let me see if it picks up from where we left off.
You jinxed it.
Yeah, I jinxed it.
It's back now.
It is
YouTube
back?
is anyway.
Yeah?
On YouTube, yeah. Yep.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, just because, yeah, as Ronaldo was saying, I just jinxed it. I had an issue with the connection in our last session of Gods vs. Eldritch Horrors, and it happened today again. So let's hope it holds. But as I was saying, folks, where was I? I was in the... well, I was explaining that these guys found that the Rod of 7 Parts opened the doors to this buried ziggurat, where in here there is a secret that Vecna tried to bury. Pun intended. And the secret is this ancient obelisk created by a species of beings that Vecna wiped out in his very first ritual of remaking. He destroyed all the spell weavers, this race and this species, I should say, that no one remembers, not even the gods. And the only 2 other creatures besides Vecna that know that these species used to exist were Kaz and Vokar, the other enemy of Vecna that is leading this party, because they were there. They were helping in the first ritual of remaking. And it turns out that they knew that this about the rumors of this ancient obelisk, and Volkar, with the help of this party, gathered a rod, came here, they opened the doors, they found all the secret passages, I kid you not, even the shortcuts. They've done this dungeon in much less time than someone normally would. And they got to the end of it, and they discovered that yes, there is indeed an obelisk at the end of this dungeon. The only problem is that it's attached to the head of a forgotten god-like creature that is full of tentacles, like an aberration from darkness, and has a weird eye that can X-ray through walls, and all sorts of weird powers, like can poke you into anti-magic field and whatnot. And the party is discovering the powers of this creature as they go along, and apparently the creature can swallow you into its own demi-plane somewhere in the Astral Sea, where our good friend Drazov is stuck right now. So yeah, a lot is going on as they're trying to handle this. And it seems that the creature is also interested in the Rod of Seven Parts that Volkar is carrying. And yeah, during this combat, he's been hiding in the back rows, and letting the party do the hard work, just like a good capitalist would do. All right, so let's meet the members of our party. Let's start with Cyril, our favorite grumpy lich. Fresh from the mirror plane and not very amused by the tentacles. Cyril, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Oh, feeling fantastic. Ready to slay some tentacles. Ready to see Drazov get eaten again. And ready for a little mischief.
Excellent, excellent. And then we have Midge, our lichen lich, who thought turning into an electric eel, a gargantuan electric eel, would be shocking enough to stop this forgotten deity. Spoiler, it wasn't. Midge, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
What do you mean? We're still hugging each other. I mean, it seems to be working. You know, we've got a little tight embrace going on.
That is, well...
That's about it.
Yeah. As soon as that anti-magic field that creature poked into you disappears, you back to wrestling mode.
We are. She's back in lightning.
She's back in light. Oh yes, you are.
Yeah, she's back in eel.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, you are back.
Yeah,
in
because we're
wrestling
starting.
mode.
Because we're starting the session with. If you look, I put a comment with Midge's villain action.
Turn.
That
or
is
whatever.
true.
Yeah, to start off
That
the
is
session.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You have Midge
Yep,
villain
yep, yep.
action.
No. Yeah, she just shocked him. If you
Yeah.
look at the last thing, no, she just did a nice chunk of damage to him. No, so it's.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know how much damage he's taking, but she's at least
Very well.
It's more
Yes.
than we've
Locked up.
been
Yes,
doing.
I'm looking back at the map, and now thank you for the reminder, Midge. Indeed, you
Yeah.
are grappling
Yeah.
each other in a strange
Yes,
wrestling
we are.
match. Yes, it's like Drazov's wet nightmares happening there.
yeah.
To ocean kaiju. Midge is in a kaiju battle right now.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
Pretty much.
For the record, all of Drazov's wet nightmares happen in his honey hole.
Well, and talking about Drazov, aka Necrolumpa disguised as Robert De Niro, our master of disguise that is currently learning the ins and outs of a demiplane stomach, as he's in there suffering from wish stress and with where he has no strength, and somehow he still managed to get himself into some dimensional shackles before being swallowed. Now, if someone can pull a Houdini right now and manage to get out of this, I guess it's Drazov. Drazov, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Quick point of order there, because I think you're a step behind, because he already did pull that Houdini at the end, near the end of last session.
Oh my god!
No. Because you went right back into. You went right back into it. You haven't escaped.
Yeah, he has. He's back in.
Yeah, it cost me. It cost him his freaking arms.
Yeah, he's lost his arms and now he's in his own. He's back to his home.
He's back in his lab
dimension. Yeah, his lab in the pocket dimension.
Yeah, but as soon as he leaves his lab,
he
goes back into that.
If he leaves it through the door, sure.
Well,
there's other ways out of there.
The thing about a demiplane is that there's only one way in and one way out. So, regardless, if you summon a demiplane inside another demiplane, when you come out of that demiplane, you come out into the bigger demiplane.
Right. But once I'm in there, I can, gate or plane shift or whatever from there to wherever else.
You can certainly try.
Anyway, I'll set that aside and do my introduction. Sorry.
Yes.
Not to roll lawyer right off the bat.
Yeah.
I am, of course, Vemfuslam, the Wobbler. As always. And may I just say that I was really quite attached to those arms. I mean, some of those fingers were very difficult to procure in the first place. But now I am back in my lab and excited to return to my work.
Very interesting.
I'm not involved with that.
Indeed.
I'm happy.
I'm curious to see how exactly you perform your work. In your lab.
He sits down at his typewriter and he's like, shit.
Yeah.
As the old saying goes, one does not need hands when one has minion.
Very well. Very well. So Robert De Niro is back in his demiplane laboratory inside the demiplane that is the stomach of the creature that he's been swallowed by.
Yes.
And yes, let's see what you have in your laboratory. I think we can give a tour to our audience once we get there. Who am I missing? Ronaldo, the glamorous, the one who saw the 4 Vecnas, the Lich who now has a side quest from the Evening Glory to harvest the essence of this forgotten god. Ronaldo, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello. This monster is just rebuking everything we throw at him. So this session, it's do or die, now or never. I can't wait to finally destroy this guy. He's thwarting everything. So it's kind of running out of options here. So I'll be glad to crush him and then get out of here.
Excellent. Very well. And we won't have Creek tonight, but if you can hear the background music, just pretend Creek is the one playing. Creek is our bardic lich, who has made some questionable contracts and has a taste for ballads, and it's already in his 3rd platinum album in this campaign. So very well. What happened in the last session? In the depths of this buried ziggurat, the party has uncovered this monster who is either some sort of a forgotten god or a lesser deity with a flair for dramatic entrances, I guess. Picture this. It's a giant cyclopean horror, all tentacles, and a horn that looks suspiciously like the obelisk they came here to find. Naturally, the party decided that the best course of action was to stage a daring rescue of Drazov, who had been swallowed by the monster. In fact, he was very promptly swallowed by the creature, as he almost volunteered himself. And because, well, what's a Lich party without a little digestive peril, right? But because Drazov was swallowed, the party now needs to pretend they care. And as Drazov, or Robert De Niro, as you heard, explores the demiplane that he's in, he managed to somehow fabricate a keyhole that he could put his demiplane key in and open a door to his own demiplane. As he realized that he has been swallowed by something that is likely akin to the biology of the astral dreadnought. He was blinded. He's no longer blinded. He's definitely exhausted. He was shackled by dimensional shackles until he decided to cut his arms off. He's having the kind of day that makes undead look for a vacation, basically. And meanwhile, Midge transformed into this gargantuan electric eel to wrestle with the tentacle monstrosity. Yes, and they are wrestling in this slime pit. So yes, it is indeed the closest you get to chicks fighting in a jail ring. And it was going swimmingly until the creature's obelisk-like horn created this anti-magic field on Midge, reverting Midge temporarily back to her usual spore-loving self. And now Midge is back to her gargantuan wrestling electric eel form. That yes, it's I would explain more graphically, but we're trying to keep at least the first 15 minutes of this session PG-13. And and then we have Cyril, who's been around trying to be useful while Creek is serenading him and the tentacles, and offering some questionable inspirations to the party. All the while, Volkar is staying right at the back, guarding the Rod of Seven Parts, because apparently this Cyclops Horn deity might gain freedom or something from getting its hands or tentacles on this key. And, well, let's not forget our tank, as well as our frontliner in this combat, our Lich. That is the perfect unlife sacrifice. It is something that this deity, that this monster that likes to eat undead, apparently likes to consume undead, looks at Ronaldo and finds him quite tasty. But Ronaldo has quite a charm offensive, and he decided to order the exarch of this creature to just flee the scene. To which the exarch replied, "All right," and he left, and leaving the party to figure out how to handle this tentacle cyclopean obelisk horned god. Now, with the exarch out of the picture, the liches are judging that the rescue mission in quotes mission for Drazov is probably gonna go better, perhaps, I don't know. And they're trying to not to become the main course for this forgotten deity. As I mentioned, has quite a taste for the undead. And yes, just another day, folks, in the life, or I should say in the unlife of the left-hand horrors. And with that, let me bring you guys back to the fray.
Legend, we talked about this last week. None of us know that Drazov was swallowed.
That is true.
None of us saw it.
That is true.
So we're it's not a rescue mission. We have no idea where he is.
That is true. That is true. Well, You don't know that he's been swallowed indeed. But let's not
We have
just
no idea where
demotivate
he
the
is.
player,
Yeah.
Right? Above the table, guys. Come on.
No,
It is
I'm
a
sorry, I'm just-
restoration, right? Come on, guys. You are
Sure.
out of
Okay.
character. Wink, wink. You trying to save him, guys? Come on. But yes, folks. In character,
at least know that he's missing. Yeah.
in character, their characters only know that Robert De Niro is missing, and Robert De Niro was the first in the
Yeah.
scene. That much they know because they saw him being dragged out by the Exarch that Ronaldo just. But they don't know if Robert De Niro has been completely obliterated or what may have happened to him. But indeed, they don't know. He is inside the stomach of this creature, and.
Yeah.
And on this note, let me give you guys some minutes to figure out what's going to be your game plan. I mean, I know Midge, you're gonna start with your villain action, but after that, let me shut up for a few moments so you guys can conspire against me.
I mean, Midge is just going to keep trying to strangle him and shock him and bite him. That's my plan.
Yeah, we know that Zargon is
Just,
really good at nearly all his saves, which unfortunately most of my spells have to do with saves. I don't have many ways to just deal physical damage to him, but I feel like that's all we've got because our spells are just
He's
don't do
failed.
anything to him.
Yeah, he's failed. I don't know. We were keeping track of what was doing damage to him, if you guys recall.
Yeah, I think we established that necrotic is completely ineffective, or
Yeah, because
possibly
he
even
eats.
counter effective.
Yeah. So it seems like lightning is doing something. That's why I'm just going to keep staying the course with this.
Did we do force damage in the end? I mean, my character actually doesn't.
I tried to do force damage, but that was from, inside when I was already in a demi-plane, so it had no effect. So, inconclusive.
I'll give it a go, see what happens.
I think we also tried acid damage, but I don't remember
because he's swimming. He's swimming in acid and
pool,
poison.
that's
So
not
I
good,
think
right?
acid and poison aren't doing anything.
I was just gonna try to summon my spiritual weapon and then just attack him with my spear and use my radiant damage from my. No, it's force damage. And then but I have a little bit of radiant damage too. See if radiant, piercing, and force work, but I really can't do much. I tried a bunch of strategies last time, but I can't charm him, can't manipulate him, none of that stuff.
From where I'm at, there's not a whole lot I can do, but I do still have 3. I can still cast 3 more spells through my manifest mind, which is still in the room there. So I'll do what I can to assist.
Do you have to be on the same plane, Drazov?
I have to be within 300 feet. I don't remember what the rules are with planes, and I don't know how they are, like how that works with demi-planes. So that's, I guess, a maybe on that. I guess DM's discretion on that one. I'll double check the rules, see if I can actually do anything at all. If not, I guess Drazov just gets a spa day.
Yeah. My crown star is up as well.
Do you remember where the anti-magic field comes from? Is it just everywhere because of his obelisk, or is it like
the obelisk? He pierces you with his obelisk, and it tags you with an anti-magic field.
Gee.
Okay. And we don't know how big this field is, do we?
Weapon, then?
It happened to Midge. It's like maybe 15 feet. It surrounded her. Maybe a 10-foot aura around Midge.
Okay.
When she got stabbed.
Surely our spells won't go, like my spells from here won't go through, because it would have to go past you. So.
Well, no. That's only when. No, it's not active right now.
Oh,
it goes away. It goes away at on its next turn.
Okay.
So
okay, well, that's not too bad. Okay. Because I have Crown of Stars, and I can try and do Disintegrate my last high level spell
yeah,
and see if they do anything. Other than that, I mean,
I think right now, we need to just keep throwing different types of damage to see what works, and just try and pick up on Legends hints that he gives in regards to what is doing damage and what is not doing as much as we'd like, just to try to narrow it down as best we can.
So he has an anti-magic field up right now that'll go away at some point?
No, he does not. No, he does not.
Okay.
The anti-magic field only pops up when he stabs someone with the obelisk. It tags tags the creature with an anti-magic field.
Okay.
At least that's what happened to Midge. It's only happened once. But the anti-magic field, because if it was up right now, Midge would not be in her eel form. She would be back in her own, in her regular form.
I get you. Yeah, I mean, until we know really what we can do. And I mean, like, I have very few spells left, as I'm sure you guys are the same.
Yeah. It's boiled down to me summoning my spiritual weapon and hitting it with my lance. That's kind of all I got now.
Yeah, I'm running
Midge still has she hasn't cast hardly any of her spells because she's been in these alternate forms. But the challenge is the spells that I do cast are necrotic, poison, and acid. So my spells won't do anything to him.
Yeah.
So my best bet is to just keep changing forms as often as possible. I can just continue to polymorph into different creatures. So once we figure out what's going to do the most damage, Midge will polymorph into something a beast that will do that damage.
Okay.
That's my plan. Because there's not much else I can do to damage it.
Does Cyril as a wizard have any radiant damage capacity?
I do with my Crown of Stars, which is up. And other than that, I don't think so.
I'm not saying I know that'll work. I'm just saying that's the next type we need to try.
Yeah, so exactly. So my bonus action this turn will be shoot it with Crown of Stars. And then my action will probably be disintegrate with force. And then that'll be my last 7th level. I have a couple of 6s and 5s. And
so I've got a nifty ability as part of my class features as a Order of Scribes wizard that I can swap damage type on a spell temporarily. So nice. I'm thinking that I'm gonna have a go at Tasha's Caustic Brew, but do that as force damage instead of acid.
Okay.
Nice.
which hopefully will work. Do something. Yes, agreed. Yeah. And
so
I mean, I have.
If I'm not mistaken, you can only switch to a type of damage that you also have in your spell book. So you need to have another spell in your spell book that has that type of damage. Which I assume it's pretty easy at your level to have all types of damage, but just bear that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, it is limited, but I mean, if I cast it at 7th level, I also have Disintegrate at 7th level, so I can swap that damage type for Force.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's blast this thing.
Very well. You guys ready?
Cool.
Okay.
So I started blasting. We're ready.
Let's give a quick rundown to the audience of what is happening here in this field. So
We're not ready. We're just going.
You guys will see. Here's Volker in the corner, and he is flying, and in his broom of flying, and he has protection from evil and good on him, that has been cast by Creek, who is holding concentration in it. Creek has an advantage on him that's going to go away at the end of this turn. He's being grappled by this nice tentacle here, and he's been. I mean, just watch the last episode. I mean, he's been somewhat enjoying, perhaps, or maybe he has a new fetish. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. He wanted to know what it felt like. I forgot about that.
Yes, he's being. I mean, he's trying new things. Let's put this way. And then you have here Cyril, who has a death ward on him, casted by Volkar. And then you have Ronaldo here, who has Ronaldo, you're invisible. You correct? Am I correct? You're invisible. And
yes, I cast mislead, so I'm currently invisible with a fake duplicate off in the distance, which you did not make an icon for, but that's okay, because I'll probably drop it soon.
Very well, very well. Well, that duplicate is and then you have the you're flying. How are you flying? Remind us.
I've got Twilight Shroud and Twilight Sanctuary up because I use my channel divinity.
Excellent.
I can fly within dim light.
Excellent. Well, everything here is dim light. So, and you also have Death Ward on you. Ronaldo is being grappled by the creature. Oh no, you're not being grappled by the creature.
No. Yeah, I'm immune.
Yeah, you're immune to that. And the fun times with the dark petal rolls is that prevents Ronaldo from being grappled, folks. Yes, isn't that nice? You're about to be grappled, and some magical dark rolls petals just jump in the air and prevent anything from hugging you too tight. And then,
useful and stylish. That's why Ronaldo is, faithful to this patron.
Very well, and then you have this creature.
I'm hasted.
This being exchanging grappling with Medj, who is still concentrating on the spell that allows her to take this form of electric eel, and they're kind of grappling each other. And there are 3 tentacles out there. One is on Cyril, one is wrapping around Medj. This creature tried more than once to grapple Ronaldo, it didn't manage, and one is grappling Creek. And that's about all you need to know about this combat. Oh yes, what you see over here is the manifest mind of Drazov, who is an Order of Scribes wizard, and a very sneaky one, left his manifest mind all the way on the other side, outside of the demi-plane. Fun times. And on that note, let's go back to the initiative, which just disappeared from the screen. And Medj, you wanted to do a villain action. Go ahead. What would you like to do?
Yeah. So Medj is going to do Electric Rush.
Very well. What does that do, Medj? Describe to us and to the audience.
Well, it would allow her to move and attack, but she doesn't need to move. So she surges with lightning, moves up to their speed, then makes a bite attack. On a hit, the bite attack deals an extra 48 lightning damage. And a creature who hits the eel with the melee attack during this movement takes 2d8 lightning damage. So looks like I need to go back up to the bite attack. That was the damage. So I need to go back up to click on a bite attack and see if it hits. So 16.
A
Does a 16 hit?
will not hit. The AC is 18.
Okay. Any chance I got a inspiration off of that nat 20 I rolled at the end of last session?
You rolled a nat
I think
20?
so, because at the end of last session,
On the deck save.
Jacob had inspiration to give, and I was the only one who needed it.
Fine. You get inspiration.
Okay, then I'm gonna re-roll that bite attack then.
All right.
Where is it? Bite. There it is. That'll hit 24.
That will hit. For 13
right,
points
so-
of piercing plus 11 of lightning plus 30 from your electric rush. Why is it divided in two? Is there a secondary effect, I assume?
The second one, no, it's only 22. The second one is if someone attacks the eel as it's moving. So the first one is the...
So it's a total of
So
46
it takes-
points of damage.
Let's see. So it would take 2d6 plus 5 piercing plus 2d8 lightning for the bite plus the additional 22.
Yes. So that's
So
24
did we
plus
get all those
22,
rolls?
46. Yes, it's all there.
Okay. All right. So that's her last villain action. She doesn't have any more. So she can't do that anymore.
Excellent.
She can only do it once. One villain action per... Oh, one per round. Oh,
nice.
take each action once during an encounter. Okay, so I can't do any more.
Very well. So with that, you hit this demigod-looking creature, and yes, it seems. Let me see. Cyril, roll a dex save for me.
Lovely. Oh, that's meant to be with advantage. Yeah, let's see if that gets higher. 26.
As you Midge electrocutes this creature and gives a decent amount of lightning damage to it. The lightning is carried out through the tentacles and gives you half of that damage, half of the lightning damage, which is 33. So it takes 17 points of lightning damage.
And then I'm resistant as well, so half.
So you take, yes. So, but you pass
9
the check.
points.
So you take half, which 17, divided, yeah, so let's call it a 9. You take 9 points of lightning damage. And let's say Creek. Creek, if Creek fails this check, is really sad. Very well, 27. Creek also takes, Creek also passes and takes 17. He is resistant to lightning because he's a lich. So he takes 9. And yeah, you can, if you had any hair in your head, it would be up now. And with that, Midge, the creature seems...
That was it. I do have...
Yeah?
Is the creature still dazed?
No, it's not dazed.
Okay, because it was... Okay, so that's passed already. All right.
Yeah, I believe that is gone. Yeah, it's gone. I don't have a marker for that on the creature.
Okay. All right, thank you.
No problem. And then we're back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, what would you like to do?
All right. How high above the creature am I, or am I like within striking distance already?
Oh Oh boy, your marker's so small. 40,
I know. I tried to. I can't read.
You're right on the ceiling. You are about 30 feet away from this creature. No, you're not in striking distance. If it's melee striking distance, you're not in striking distance.
All right, I'm going to. Ronaldo is first going to quaff a potion for crying out loud. Potion of Healing Superior. Let me roll that. All right,
Excellent.
28. Let me add a 28 health. Just give me a second. And as a reminder, my aura, I have my temporary hit points up from last turn. So I have 119 HP with 24 temporary hit points.
Very well.
This is a reminder. All right. So then Ronaldo, and he's going to quaff the potion as an action because he has a spell that requires a bonus action. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
So Ronaldo, So Ronaldo, he's going to say, "What my lady wants, she gets, old boy." He's gonna fly down, and then as he gets close, he's gonna use a bonus action to summon his spiritual weapon. He's gonna wave it with one hand as the lance, but he's gonna spin it, and then from the shadows, just like emerges this ivory and silver, beautiful morning star with red rose petals dripping from it, just unleashed from the shadows, about to strike the Zargon. And he's going to cast this sucker at 8th level.
Excellent. I assume that's your spiritual weapon.
Yes.
Very well.
Looks like a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 will hit.
There we go. So he takes, so that's 22 force damage.
Excellent.
Just splat up against the flesh.
Excellent.
And then after that, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Since he's hasted, he has another action, and so with that, he's just gonna do a regular old boring melee attack, and not so boring because it's with the Kraken's impaling lightning lance. He's gonna stab at it. Woo! 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
The damage hasn't shown up yet. All right.
You are doing a
So
bonus
that's
action to attack with the spiritual weapon. You use your action to
Yes.
drink the potion. How do you still have an action to attack with the lance?
Because of hasted, you get 2 actions. I had drunk the potion of speed, so I'm hasted without concentration.
Okay. You don't have the marker, so let me put the marker there on you.
Oh, thank you.
Because you don't have enough markers.
Yeah, I know. Not enough markers that we can read. They're all small.
Even zoom in on them all.
So let's see. That's just 5 strike. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oof. That attack with my lance was only 11 damage. The 22 is that extra ability, but that's not what I used.
Very well.
Man, I rolled really small on that. Dang.
So I don't have a morning star, so I'm just gonna bring a massive anvil into. And
Do it. I'll take that. I've been using the mace. Maybe I'll just summon, his former Forge Cleric self. He'll just summon a big old anvil to smack this brute with. I'm fine with that.
Very fitting.
well. That's an anvil. You just pull a Warner Bros. Now and just pull an Acme move, Coyote move, and just summon an anvil and just drops on the head on this creature. Very well.
This brute needs some real damage.
Very well. And is that the end of your turn?
Almost. I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna fly. I went 40 feet down to reach him. Now I'm just going to go 20 feet away hopefully out of his reach. We'll see. I'm just going to, the spiritual weapon can stay there. Well, I went down the however many feet to reach him.
Okay.
So he said I was 40 feet up.
So
how far would I have to go to hit him?
Yeah, you had to go 30. So you're 10 feet high. Very
All right. Well, in that case, if I just move 30. Since I'm hasted, I get double speed. I will move another 30 then. So that'll push me a little bit farther than this. Boop. There we go. That's good. And now, since I attacked him,
Legend, is that the dazed token?
That
now
is
that
the
Ronald's
dazed
moved?
token. That is the dazed token.
I thought he was.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is dazed. You're right. Somehow I looked for it and I didn't see it on. But yeah, very well. Yeah, he is dazed. Go ahead, Ronaldo. You were saying?
Since I attacked him, I'm dropping concentration on mislead because that disappears once I hit him. So Ronaldo is no longer invisible and he no longer has a fake copy flying out there. And then that'll be my turn.
Very well. Very well. All right. Let me see. So that's where you end. Oh, how fun. As a reaction to the end of your turn, he does his best impression of the exorcist girl and just vomits a spray of toxic slime at you. Just like a jet of slimy, of toxic slime on you, and you gotta do a DC. This is a DC, DC 19 dex saving throw. Should be easy enough.
Yeah. All right. Because I wrote it down. I have advantage and +2. One is from haste. Finding where my other thing is there. Where does it go? Oh yeah, Twilight Shroud. My shroud gives me +2 on dex, and then let's see, where's my haste? Advantage on dex saves. There we go. So I have advantage and +2 from whatever I roll.
Very well.
So 19, 20, 21. What was the DC again?
19.
Okay. Woo-hoo! Dodges that slime.
You say 21, I'm seeing 11.
Legend, that was reaction?
Yes, that was a reaction, yes. You say
I see
21,
that
I'm seeing
here.
11.
Yeah, it's weird. On D&D Beyond, it rolled 19. And then I added 2.
Discord, it's 19 too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only showing 11 on Roll20.
Yes, please update your Beyond 20 if you haven't already. Yeah. Because I can
it
see.
seems like we have to update every other
I can
session,
see
but
in our backup trail in Discord that you've rolled a 19. So, all right. So with that, yeah, not sure why it's showing 11 there. Very well. With that, you only take half of the damage, and that is. Oh, and you are covered in slime.
Oh no.
So you just take 2 points of acid damage, but the problem is you're covered in slime, and unless you spend an action to scrape the slime out of you, you keep taking 2d6 points of damage every time you conclude your turn. That's
Okay.
acid damage. So I'm gonna put a marker for a little drop there for you to remember you have goo on you. Very well. And it's now the turn of Volkar. And Volkar says, "Come on! Finish him already! Why is taking so long, guys? Come on! Creek, make yourself useful! Cut some of those tentacles off! Come on!" And yeah, I don't know why Volkar always picks on Creek. He always picks on Creek the hardest. Perhaps he's just not a very musical person. And
He is partially deaf.
perhaps. What can he do here? There's really not much he can do here to he could potentially try and curse the creature. Yeah, why not? You know Volkar curses very well. He curses all the time. Okay, so but he needs to touch the creature. I guess he's gonna have to touch the creature. All right, let's see. He's going to fly all the way to the tentacle, and since he heard that Creek is enjoying touching the tentacle, and Creek is saying, "Rub it, Volkar, rub it a little bit." Volkar comes and says, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm accepting a suggestion from you. For crying out loud, I guess I'm gonna have to. Oh, this is so. I have to say, Creek, this is so demeaning. But you know what they say. You miss 100% of the souls you don't harvest. So I might as well try this. Oh, disgusting. And with that, Volkar is going to attempt to do a bestow curse attack on this creature. And that's a DC 21 wisdom save for the creature. Oh, come on. Which passed with a nat 20. Volkar was so disgusted by... He was so repulsed by having to rub this tentacle that he ended up screwing up the somatic component, and he just said, "Oh, for fuck that! That's just too weird. No, Creek, I'm really not in your club. This is not for me." And with that, the curse fails, and Volkar just goes back to where he was.
The somatic verses were like, "And now I target you," but then he went, "And now I you." That was his distraction there.
And with that, what else can he do? I guess, yeah. Just for the time being, he's okay. He's just going to stay there. Cyril, what would you like to do?
Cyril is going to look to Ronaldo and he's going to look to Eel Mage, and he's just going to shrug and he's going to say, "I'll do what I can." And he'll shoot a mote from his Crown of Stars as his bonus action for, come on, big, ooh, there's a shocking 23 to hit.
That hits, yes.
Fantastic. And that will be
23. I'm reading 35.
28. Why is that coming up?
Yeah, it says 35 in D&D Beyond, on Roll20, I mean.
Yes, that is another person in this part needs to update their Beyond 20.
I updated it before session. I'll have a look again, but
Very well.
Unusual.
That is strange. I can see 23 in Avrai and 35 in... Anyway, it hits either way. Go ahead. It's 28 points of radiant damage.
28 points of radiant damage. And he then is going to look to Ronaldo and is going to say, Has your anvil done anything of use, or... is there anything you can tell me about this fight? I was a bit late, as you were. I was busy tying all these shoes, and he's going to point down to his 6 feet that are attached to the behind of his armor,
with very nicely laced 1930s, tapper shoes. Well, Legend, I did radiant, piercing, and force damage. I mean, I assume everything looked normal when he hit him.
Well, I guess when you're hitting an aberration that looks like it's made between something ghoish, like a mix between squid and shadow, it's yeah. You saw the wobbling of its flesh as you gave damage. I'll put this way.
Did it make any cries of pain?
It never did. It never did.
Oh, jeez.
Not in any point in this battle, this creature has demonstrated it feels pain.
No, please don't touch me.
It has demonstrated that it gets irritated and it gets angry with someone attacking it, because you are, of course, insolent to do that against such a mighty god. Cyril, roll a
Remember,
DC.
we learned that it regens in this in this goop, in this
I know.
lake.
I tried to lure it out of the acid, but I failed. I mean, it made the check. Its saves are so high. But yeah, if we could get it out of the acid somehow, I don't know how. But yeah, it regens in the acid.
Cyril, do a DC 19 charisma saving throw for me.
Yeah, Ronaldo says, it's like hitting a waterbed made of jello. But he attacked me. He retaliated after piercing radiant force damage.
And Cyril's good luck to Ronaldo. It's going to say, what is this jello you speak of?
What? You really do need to stop by the mansion again sometime. I've got stuff that'll blow your taste buds, buddy.
As soon as we're out of here, that's the plan. That's a...
It's alive!
That's a 17. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a 20. Oh my god, I can't rely on roll 20 today. All right, 17.
I'll
You
update
failed.
after I fail.
Cyril, as you throw this mote of energy at this creature, you see a glimmering shine in its horn, and it seemed to absorb the energy of the mote that dissipates into the horn. And you, the caster, observing that, takes 1 point of force damage. I don't know how you survive this. And the talk about rolling back.
He literally just went, ow.
Yes.
I don't even take notice of my armor, just dink.
It seems the creature absorbed the magic into its horn. And
Interesting.
what else would you like to do? Is that the end of your turn?
So for Cyril's action, he's going to hold up his empty hand to the naked eye. That's actually holding his chronomancy staff, or potentially not. And he's going to activate time control. So as an
That
action,
didn't work, remember?
Didn't work.
Time has no meaning here. I think.
I didn't work.
I mean, I think. I don't remember what happened. Drazolf tried something.
Oh, but this is for it to do.
No, I tried maze. That's a
he tried.
like teleportate, like a plane shifty sort of thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just damage, and it gives it some debuffs. So the creature will have to do a intelligence 20 save, or take some massive psychic damage. 14 from my chronomancy staff, the time control ability.
Time control ability. Very well.
And
You
the
mean
second
staff
part of
that
it,
you are not completely sure it exists or not?
potentially.
The
Potentially.
placebo staff.
Exactly. Hence why I'm holding up an empty fist to the eye of Evil Mage and Ronaldo, and even myself. And I'm just praying and hoping for some magic.
I thought it was just an empty beer mug. I don't know.
And the creature.
Maybe it's just a rallying cry. He's holding his hand up like, "Whoa."
I'm trying to get Creek and Rokar up here with some motivation, but it doesn't seem to be working. Creek is too enthused with the tentacles back there, and I think Vokar is a bit shocked at what he's observing.
Oh, Creek is
Midge, I think
motivated,
it's a
but
zero.
not exactly
He's got
for
zero
the same
chance.
purpose as you want.
So the creature now has disadvantage on saving throws, and attack rolls against it are made with an advantage.
Wait, first you gotta roll. He has to roll a save, right?
I don't think it says anything about the second part of it. Not where the hell's what else going on?
So time control.
Being part of the
As
save.
an action, you target a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see with one of the following magic effects using your spell save DC. The creature must succeed on a con saving throw or be incapacitated and have a speed of 0 until the end of its next turn or until it takes damage. The creature must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 4d6 psychic damage, and until the end of your next turn, the target has disadvantage on saving throws, and attack rolls against it are made with advantage.
My bad.
Which
Okay.
of the two effects you want?
The second one.
Very well. Intelligence saving throw it is. What is the
Please,
DC?
DC 20, I believe. 20.
It failed.
Fantastic.
Very well. So it was
So it-
already dazed.
Fantastic.
So it's now it now has disadvantage and all attacks against this creature until the end of your
The end
next
of my
turn.
next turn.
Yeah, it's are made with advantage.
Yeah.
And it
Thank
takes
goodness.
46 points of psychic damage.
Which was 14 psychic damage.
Very well. Very well.
And
Midge, because of your circumstances, you realize that the grip of this creature on you isn't as tight as it was before. Cyril, what
Yeah.
else would you like to do?
I try and break the bind, the tentacle that's on me, or is that an action?
The tentacle that is on you was just whipping you. Currently is not grappling you.
Oh, perfect. Okay. In that case, I will fly from my buttocks over here to about there, and yeah, that'll be the end of my turn. Then, thank you.
Very well. And let me actually add them. Very well. And as a reaction, Cyril,
Fantastic.
as a reaction to you ending your turn there. Oh, how fun. The creature is gonna vomit on you.
Okay.
And you gotta do a DC 19 dex saving throw, or you're gonna be covered in the same type of slime as Ronaldo.
Lovely. Lovely. That is a 30. Not a 40, a 30.
Yeah. All right.
What is happening?
I have no idea. Beyond 20 is not working today. All right. So with that, you've passed, and you only take half a damage. Yeah, take half a damage. Which in this case is 5 points of acid damage.
6 points today. Wow.
Very well. And with
Tough
that,
session so far.
is now the turn of Creek. And none of you is really near Creek so that he can do much. So I would describe the turn of Creek, but sometimes is better to just let the song speak for itself.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Woo. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
And that's Creek's turn. And Drazov, what would you like to do?
Well, back in his lab, looking at his
back in his
scattered
lab.
arms, he's
Back
Oh,
in
yeah.
this mess of a lab. I'm surprised his lab still. You really organize your lab quite quickly, because last time you guys came here was a mess. Like, there were things broken, there's liquid everywhere. And look at that. Is that same organized mess as before.
well, like I said. I mean, when you got minions, you really even need hands. Anyway, he's gonna start making his way down toward the lower reaches, which is going to take him a while, so I'm just going to move him 30 feet or so in that way. That's his turn. That is his move action, not his turn. Yes, because he is also still watching things in the other space through his manifest mind. So if you wouldn't mind taking us back there.
Oh yeah, no problem. Let's go back there.
All right. Yeah. So the let's see, 30 feet. Yeah. So as a bonus action, he's moving his manifest mind to there. And yeah, perfect. He is going to so back in his lab, you don't need to change the frame. But back in his lab, still in his Nero disguise, his disco ball face cracks open like a jagged maw of broken glass, and he exhales, and nothing comes out there, but back here, a line of shimmering, translucent, like iridescent sort of sludge shoots out of the book in a 30-foot line that hits the Garzog, or whatever it's called. And that is gonna be Tasha's Caustic Brew at 7th level, but dealing force damage instead of acid damage.
Guys, it's just like it's just like an eldritch unicorn. It's really nothing very fancy. Very well. And you are aiming DC 23 deck save.
Yep.
Very well. So or takes 36 points of acid damage, correct?
No, this is actually going to be force damage.
Force damage. Very well.
Yes.
And it failed. Very well. And Midge, you are no longer grappled as the tentacle releases you.
Oh, Drazel is
Interesting.
now also concentrating because, as per Tasha's Caustic Brew, the creature is now covered in, well, in this case, force, typically acid, and takes additional damage each turn until either I lose concentration or the spell ends.
Very well. The creature is covered in force.
Yes.
Acid brew, instead of being acid, being force
Alright.
now. It's like, what, a constricting, like,
It's
coagulating slime or something.
Strong with this one.
Yeah,
Aren't
I'm
we
picturing
all
it as
covered in
like
the
a...
force? I mean, that's not really...
It's all around us.
I'm picturing it like
it's
covered in clear
midichlorians.
jello that is just
Midichlorians.
vibrating.
Oh, I was trying to remember the word. Thank you.
Yeah.
But midichlorians is blasphemy. We do not accept that here.
All right. I'll take it. I have just spewed a line of pure blasphemy upon this thing.
Ladies, blasphemy,
Put it
bro.
into Latinus blasphemy.
Oh my god.
Very well. Very well. And is that the end? Is that the end of your turn, Drazov?
Yeah, I think it is.
Very well. Let me put let me see if I have a marker for midichlorians here. No, I do not. Really thought I had one. So I'm just gonna put a little heart there. Chained heart. There you go. Very well. And with that, we're back to Midge. What would you like to do?
All right, so realizing that it's loosened its grasp on Midge, and Midge is going to try something, and I will ask you if this will this will cost her. Midge would like to drag the creature, and she's wrapped around this creature. She would like to try and pull it with her out of the pool. So like a contested strength, or
Yeah, that's gonna be like a tug of war situation, because the creature does have more.
well, he's not. Okay.
But so very well. Let's roll athletics versus athletics.
He has disadvantage. Would he have
And-
disadvantage on ability check as well?
Yes, disadvantage.
Very well.
Yeah. So athletics is strength, and I have advantage,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Or they just have disadvantage. All right, so there's one. It's a nat 20. I'm not going to roll again.
You're not gonna roll again. Aw.
He
with a nat
doesn't
20.
need to. He doesn't
No.
need
You
to.
get inspiration for that.
No. No.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
Why would? I'm positive. I'm positive.
You sure you don't want what is behind door number 2? Very well. With
No.
that-
No.
It's like door number 1 is plated gold and door number 2 is some shack, and she's like, no.
Why would I?
And with that, you've managed drag your token where you want to go, Midge.
So technically, it's only half when you're dragging someone. It's only half my movement. So it'd be 25. She'll drag. God. I mean, yeah, she's gonna move to the edge. All the way up here. And drag it and maybe try and set it like up here between Cyril and Ronaldo.
Yes. Finally getting out of that acid. That's so good, Mitch.
Very well.
Up here.
Oh, you want to drag it? You drag the creature outside. Very well.
Yeah, I wanted it. The whole point was to get it out of the pool, and that was approximately where they were in relation. I'm fine if you want to use that as its action. You tell me if you want to let me have a bonus action or anything else.
Yeah, that is an action. You just drag the creature. That's an action in your movement.
That's fine. Okay. So I do have a bonus action. Let me see what it is. Bonus action. It's to grapple him. So as long as she still has the grapple, she'll just hold on to that grapple, and that will end her turn.
Excellent.
But I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, was to prevent him from regenerating inside that time.
Yeah, I'm so relieved. You know, my technique failed and none of us had anything.
It needs to make the saving throw for days again, I believe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's just till the end of the next turn. Never mind. So it's no longer dazed.
Very well.
Oh, their next turn. So he's still dazed until the end of his turn.
Very well.
My bad.
Very well. Okay. So with that,
real quick. Just reiterating, because you're back in my aura now, and I didn't mention it since last session. Midge, I forget. Yeah, being transformed means you have THP, right?
Yep. I don't get any temporary from your aura.
Not from my aura. Okay, just had to double check since last time. But Cyril, you're in within my aura now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now that you're ended your turn within my aura, you get 24 temporary hit points.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah. Be friends with Ronaldo. All right, that's it. Go ahead.
very well. So let me think. Very well. Midge, as a reaction at the end of your turn, this creature vomits on you. And you gotta do a DC 19 dex save against being against your well, to Midge is a spot treatment.
Yeah, Midge will fail.
Well, not me again.
Oh wow, you can give inspiration to someone else.
It'll pop up. It's taking a minute.
I'm good.
Ronaldo, do you need it?
Nope, I have it. Thank you.
Cyril, you need it?
I got it already. Thank you.
Cyril, need it?
I could use it. If
Raise
nobody
off,
else
do you need
needs.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
All right.
That's three nat 20 saves in a row.
What? That's crazy.
Over the last session.
Yeah, you're right.
My dex save to end last session was a nat 20. Yeah.
What? Gee. This eel is Midge's new favorite form or something.
Yeah.
Very well. And it's now the turn of the creature. And Midge, Midge, you still take half damage, half acid damage. So that's 2 points of acid damage.
So at the start of the creature's turn, it needs to take that force damage again.
Very well. Roll the damage.
That is, again, that's showing up as acid damage because I'm rolling it from the spell, but that is still force damage.
And it's the full blunt of the spell.
That's. I mean,
No, I think it's just 2d4.
when you cast a spell using spell slot,
it's 2d4.
damage increases to. Right, but that's at the base level. Does the additional damage not
because you
increase?
upped.
Because I cast it at 7th level. Does that not? Does the lingering damage not increase with the increase? Like
It does. It does.
At increased
yes,
level?
It does. Yes, it does. Very well.
okay, then yeah.
35 points of midichlorians damage. And and with that, oh yes,
Good luck trying to
That's
pick
amazing.
that off.
the creature recharges, and you guys know that there's a fun thing coming when the creature recharges. So the creature extend its tentacles as it was dragged out of the water. You realize that the bottom the lower half of its body, it's pure tentacles, as if you just had taken a squid with dozens of tentacles out of this slime, and it extends its dark tentacles back into the puddle, and it starts to move around the puddle of slime, and then it just pulls a wave like a tsunami of slime on top of all three of you that are there. And all three of you have to do a DC 19 Constitution saving throw to avoid 35 points of acid damage.
Where's my?
What is the
That's-
save DC?
Constitution save.
Got 25.
What is the DC?
Why are you doing with advantage, Cyril?
All right, I'll use my information.
Because of my chronomancy stuff.
All right,
You mean the placebo staff?
Midge fails.
The placebo stuff.
And okay. Oh yes, that the placebo staff that gives advantage to everything. Yes, that item is so broken. If it really exists.
Yeah,
But hey,
hypothetically.
for some people, placebo effect is still an effect. Still. So, I guess we'll never know. Very well. Ronaldo, you passed. Midge failed, so Midge, you take 35 points of acid damage. And Ronaldo,
What is the save again? Sorry,
Constitution
it
save.
was 25
No, it's 19.
of 25. Oh, then I passed because I used inspiration to reroll.
Very well. So you take 18. All of you take 18 points of acid damage. And you are covered in slime.
All right.
And unless you spend an action to remove that slime out of you, you continue to take damage every turn. And with that, that's not the end of this creature's turn. Is going to do some fun stuff.
That's all I can do because he's dazed.
Yeah.
He's dazed. Until the end of his turn.
Very well.
He can take an action or move or a bonus action.
Very well. And at the end of its turn, the day's condition goes away. And Very well.
I need to roll a concentration check real quick.
Yes, please do. That's a pass, yeah.
So it's half of the damage, right?
Yeah, it's half of it's 10 or half of the damage, whichever is bigger. So half of the damage
Okay,
is 9,
so
so
I
it's
passed.
10. Very well. And with that, the creature concludes its turn, and we are going to take this opportunity to take a quick break, everybody, and we'll be right back in 10-15 minutes. With
Very well.
With this funky party. Look at them.
That's our image for the week.
Yeah, I really like the thing I really like in this picture is the psychopath face expression in Cyril's face while he's holding a knife.
Play my favorite song, buddy, or else.
What? Why do I
Cyril,
know
we
you?
played it 5 times in a row.
Hi,
Once you see
I'm
it, you can't
Chucky.
unsee it.
Hi, I'm.
God.
Taylor Swift, 8th time in a row. Come on, Creek. Keep going.
My girl Tay Tay.
All right, guys.
Ronaldo, I don't have enough wine.
It's now enough with the multiverse.
I see you back in 10.
All right,
Perfect.
see y'all in
More nightmare
15,
fuel.
10, 15.
All right, ciao.
Joe.
All right. Is everybody back?
Yep.
I'm back.
Very well. Ronaldo, Cyril, you there?
I just got back. I'm here now.
Very well. Cyril?
Did he fall asleep again?
I hope not. Let's
Yeah.
let's
Big
see
boss
if we wake
fight.
him up.
Wait, let me take off my headphones. Oh God! Before you do that,
Take off your headphones. Take off your headphones.
Oh, geez.
Very well. Very well. No?
he's gone. He's gone.
Sleep.
Oh, there he is.
All right.
Hey,
He
Is that
just
for
don't
me?
be late.
he just said
Yeah,
sleep.
don't be late.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
like, did he
on
fall
mute.
asleep again?
No, I was on mute. I was like,
Oh.
what is... And then Drazov wasn't responding. I was like, oh, poor Drazov. I know the feeling.
I had already responded.
What? What's it? No. I was here the whole time.
Just imagining slime. Wah.
He was back in the lab, dreaming.
Very well. All right. So we're back at the top of the initiative, and it's Ronaldo's turn. Ronaldo, you had about 10 minutes to think what you're gonna do. Seems you guys have a window now. This creature is grappled. You have advantage on attack rolls against it. It's covered in midichlorians, and yeah. I mean, you won't have a better window of opportunity than this one.
Yep. So, unfortunately, my bonus action, all I can do is move my spiritual weapon 20 feet closer, which just misses him. He can come over just up to the tip of Midge's nose here. Yep. He's not within striking distance. Ronaldo, however, he will strike at Zargon with advantage. With his lance. Just stab down at him.
Very well. That
There
hits.
you go. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, nice.
Yeah, it's not showing it in roll 20, but let's
Yeah.
look back at Discord.
Yeah, it's tricking us. Yeah, Nat 20 it
Yeah.
is.
Nice.
Very well. Good job.
Hell yeah. So that's just double the damage die, right?
Yeah. Describe the attack to us.
Well. Well, first I'll roll damage just to get that done with. Ah, man, it rolls all the dice again. It's stalling on here. I don't know why. Anyways, I'll just roll my. Get the other d6. And then I get my 2d8s for Divine Strike. Do I get to double Divine Strikes for the critical?
Sure.
Oh, heck yes.
Yeah, it's any dice rolled.
Woo!
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
So with all that, he's like a, sailor hero holding a harpoon. He's got he's holding his hand the Kraken's impaling lightning lance. Oh shoot, I forgot. Oh man, because this guy would automatically fail dex saves, wouldn't he? God damn it, I did forget that. Oh well, it's too late now. He's holding it out, and it's got lightning enveloping it, and he says, if Sharon has the hand for the Lady of Evening Glory, and stabs it down on him.
Very well. Very well. As you do so, you've noticed that for the first time, the eye of this creature blinks. And then as it's staring at you with this final blow, it lets out this gurgling, just like, and then an otherworldly shriek just comes. Like 1,000 maddened voices just drowning. And his colossal bulk just starts to convulse, ruptures. And then it begins to collapse inwards, melting into this seething pool of blackish greenish slime that bubbles with the stench of corruption. The tentacles trash one last time before dissolving with a wet hiss. And when the silence finally returns, only one thing remains in the vile muck. The obsidian horn, the obsidian horn, gleaming, standing there, untouched by the decay that devour the creature. It pulses once, like a heartbeat. And then it's almost as if it's sitting there, awaiting, while the rest of the slimy creature merges with the pool of slime to the south of all of you. And on that note, you are now out of initiative.
Well, can I finish my turn? So is he dead or is he
job,
merged
guys.
with the pool? Wait. Is he dead or is he merged with the pool?
He dissolved into the pool, and the only thing that remained there is the obelisk.
Okay, well, Ronaldo still has an action left of his turn.
Very
So
well.
he'd like to try this.
Yeah.
So as he stabs down the lance in its body and shaking and shining with light, before he pulls it out, he says, Vecna's machinations pale in comparison to eternal eternal passion. And as he pulls it out, he's going to cast imprisonment
Excellent.
on Zargon's soul.
Amazing. Nice.
Very well. That black square, the black diamond there is to represent where the obelisk stands.
Sweet.
So, as you cast this into the liquidifying forgotten god, you've noticed the stench of corruption forms this foul gas, dark cloud above the melting corpse of this creature. As this gas is emerging, your magic encapsulates it into a sphere that looks like a dark crystal ball. About this, it fits on the palm of your hand. And as it lands on your hand, you hear her voice in your mind as she says,
"Well done. Excellent. Excellent. This was a great success. It pleases me, Ronaldo, to see that you became such a worthy vessel of my blessing and of my gift. Now, take this divine, corrupted essence and feed into your phylactery."
Yes, yes, yeah.
well, as you've noticed the dissolving, and I should likely make this a bit bigger. Yeah, something like this. All right. As you've noticed, the dissolving creature leaves behind that obelisk-shaped horn on the ground. The obelisk just stands up. You hear the voice of Volkar. "Hey! It looks like, hey, Creek. Creek, you just became some sort of tentacle slut, didn't you? I'll just leave you be. What? It's like you're sad that the tentacle is no longer with you. What the hell is wrong with you, Creek?" And Volkar just flies passing Creek in his, and he comes into the room and says, "All right, congratulations. See, Ronaldo, I knew you had talent in you."
Oh, you only just noticed this now? But all right.
Midge drops concentration and will revert back to her gnomish form.
Very well. I must remind
That's all.
the three of you that you are still covered in slime, and if you don't spend an action, you are going to dissolve just like the creature did.
Yeah, I was about to say, now that the description's over, Ronaldo cleans himself
Yeah.
of the slime. Of course.
I will too.
Drazov is also going to go ahead and drop concentration since there's no longer anything to try and melt with his midichlorians.
That is true. And I wonder, Drazov, if you get out of your demiplane now, Where are you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable just, staying in my lab for the time being. I gotta go get some arms.
Just in case,
Because would he know? He wouldn't know.
Exactly. That, well, no, I do know what's happening because I see it all through the manifest mind, but also right
that's
now
true.
I've got more important things to worry about.
Midge will look around though after she drops.
Have you guys seen Drazov?
Who?
No, I wondered when he'd turn up.
Oh, the lab fella. Yes. No, I haven't seen him in quite some time. I must say. I'm sure he's snooping here somewhere.
Midge will step over here and she will scrape the whatever the goop is into some containers for her to use at a later date. That's on her.
You know, Cyril,
Excellent.
maybe Drazov is investigating brains of these cultists. Maybe we should search the bodies. Maybe he's around here.
Yeah, that seems most likely. I mean, what else would that devious fella be doing? Helping? I think not. And while we're looking, I'm actually going to drink a potion of healing superior. Because I am low.
Drazov's manifest mind first moves over to investigate the obelisk, and then moves over closer to Midge to investigate what she's doing with the sludge as she collects it.
She's collecting it into her pouch.
It's not doing anything. It's just watching.
Ronaldo is going to go over here, and he's going to, sweep his arms in a. Well, actually, he'll sweep his hands in a horizontal motion, as if he's like opening a window. And at 9th level, he's going to cast Gate, and he's going to close his eyes and say, Ricardo, Lichdom. And if you cast a spell, you can speak the name of a specific creature. If the creature is on a plane, anyways, it creates a portal next to that creature, and they can walk through if they want to come here. So he's trying to bring Ricardo, and last time Ricardo, when they left, he was right next to Lichdom. Trying to bring Ricardo back here.
Very well.
I think it draws them. I don't think they get the choice to walk through.
So, as you attempt to cast Gate, the spell fails.
Even though they're still within the dungeon, it's not another plane.
It fails.
Oh, for God damn it.
Cyril's going to go up to Vokar and he's going to say, Vokar, now that the danger is gone for the time being, I would appreciate that spell scroll back.
What spell scroll?
You know, the spell scroll I said that you could hold on to in case of emergency, and that I was holding on to in case Drazov ever tried to betray me again, leaving me in another plane with the Nera and etc. etc.
Oh, I did find an emergency and I gave it to Creek.
I'm sure he's devastated these tentacles are gone. I must go find him.
Well, before you do, folks, I have to say, it's been a very long journey for us to get to this point. It just feels like a 45-episode soap opera for us to get here. And I just have to say, you may give man fire and his warmth for a day, but you teach a man necromancy and he will be Lich forever. And as a Lich, beyond every successful Lich, that is a graveyard full of networking. And as we all work really hard to get here, it shows that not all who wander are lost, but some are just looking for their phylactery. And that's something we should all learn, that what goes around comes back as a Lich with vengeance issues. And that's about what Vecna is about to taste, yes. Well, I don't know what this obelisk will reveal, but I guess it comes down to this now. And he lifts his eye patch in his eye, in his right eye, and from inside his eye patch, he starts to pull it out from his eyes, from his eye socket. He starts to pull it out, the rod of 7 parts. Not piece by piece, but all together, like a clown car. It just keeps coming out, and you guys, and you find somewhat of a magic trick that he's pulling up right now, well, the moment the rod comes out of his skull, it starts to hum in Volkar's grasp. It starts to resonate with a frequency that reminds a heartbeat. It's a thrumming, and you can feel in your bones the energy that is vibrating out of this phylactery. Out of this rod, sorry. And you can see that the horn of the Cyclopean beast, this monolithic obsidian thing, begins to vibrate. You notice ancient glyphs flickering to life along its spiral. And Volkar starts to raise the rod quite high above his head. Okay. I guess, Oh, wait. I recognize these symbols. And he looks at the symbols, the glyphs that start to glow on the sides of this ancient obelisk, and he says, "Ah, a single word, unspoken but undeniable. It says in a language that I can't pronounce, but I remember somehow. It says, remember." And as he says remember, he whispers to the rod, all you feel is impact. This thump noise, as if all your bones feel like they were about to shatter. A silent burst of vacuum that just spreads out of this obelisk. The rod touches the horn, and a soundless crack tears across reality like glass breaking in the void. The horn starts to split from the center, spilling radiant light and void dark shadow, almost in equal measure. You hear something like a distant howl. Not a painful howl, but almost like a release, almost like a yawn. From within the hollow horn, bursting out with the fragments of the stone bursting in every direction, steps a creature you have never seen before.
God.
From within the hollow horn, the shape emerges, unfolding from it, and more than stepping, you see 6 arms stretching like forgotten starlight, each moving with divine precision. You see a couple of swords being wielded, a sphere that looks like a polychromatic disc is held in one of the hands. Each hand seems to bear the legacy of a different truth. Eyes like obsidian galaxies that stare through time itself. No mouth. You can see, for the first time since you've known Volkar, an expression of fear in his face, as if he had just regretted what he did. Perhaps he was not expecting this, as he says, "We just awoken a spell weaver." The storm of stone and stasis around the creature just parts like reverence itself. The creature steps out of its almost sarcophagi-shaped pocket inside of this obelisk. And the creature floats, or perhaps it hangs, almost in defiance of gravity, its aura pressing against your minds like a truth you never meant to know. And then it speaks to you, not out loud, not even telepathically, but through memory. It says to you,
"You have poured the seal. You will live beyond the death of many. What epoch is this? And why have you come?"
you look at Volkar. He is paralyzed. He's speechless.
Ronaldo steps forward. "We have freed you from Vecna's prison because we are they who resist his imprisonment of the modern universe." I don't know what epoch we're in, so I don't know what cell.
As you talk about Vecna to the creature, roll an insight. Let's see what is the best assessment you can do of this creature.
Phew, pretty good.
Not bad, not bad. You think this
As good
creature
as it gets.
this creature doesn't give you the impression that it's hostile, unless of course provoked. You've noticed that it knows you are dead. And you feel as if it's scanning you, looking for a soul. Its eyes and its gaze just penetrate all of you. As you've mentioned the name Vecna, you seem to have drawn more interest of this creature than all the others. It turns its gaze to you. You feel as if this creature was full of paradoxes, and it's almost as if it's assessing the arcane aura around you. You've noticed that even the voice of the evening glory is quiet inside you. You feel that almost as if she's hiding. You sense that this creature seems to be something. That's your intuition. This creature seems to be something that was put in here to restore the natural order of the arcane energies in the multiverse. And
Ronaldo still stands tall and brave with the cloths of his outfit, you know, presumably swirling heroically in the breeze because, you know, regardless, one must be noble and heroic to be on form, or noble and heroic in the face of death. Either way, he's not cowering.
well, you all do feel that you are in the presence of a true god. A god of, not a god in the sense of the pantheon, but you can feel the power of this creature, its connection with the arcane. There is something about it that is almost as if the energy of your own magic and your own spells, even your magic items, it's almost as if they like the creature more than they like you. It's almost as if they sync better with this creature than they do with you. And in all your minds, in your memory, you hear the creature say, after staring at Ronaldo for a few seconds,
Vecna is a recursion, a mirror allowed to iterate. You seek to halt him? Then tell me, what will you allow in his place?
Well, for one, I'd allow variations to exist. You know, certain entities have naturally come and gone and grown. People want different things. People need different things. Nature expresses itself in various ways. Just Vecna seems to try and consume it all and push out everything that we've loved and worshipped and known. He seeks to be one and all and everything. He's destroying that with that which we have cherished. And that, you know, maybe that is my simple mortal predilections, but him pushing out things that we appreciate, well, that's enough to grow some resentment. He thinks he can be the evening glory, but the evening glory is the evening glory. Vecna can just screw off and be himself or nothing at all. He's taking everything, and well, I mean, That simply won't do.
You was
Midge
once
steps forward.
Go ahead, Mitch.
Midge steps forward.
He's upsetting the balance of power in the multiverse by taking the power of several creatures. And he continues to seek the power of even more. You ask, what is it that I seek in his place? And that is a resettling of the balance within the multiverse. Life and death.
And then she steps back.
He was once a whisper, then a secret, then a god. You were late, but not too late. Vecna used my kind to understand the weave. Then use the weave to erase my kind. Your ambition walks a similar path. Do you know this?
We do not seek to eliminate your kind, for we have traveled all this way and collected all of the necessary tools to free you. That is not an elimination of you.
I have ascended mortality, yes. I have delved into the weave to expand my own capacity, sure. And yet, at the end of any day, even the days I've had extra beyond my mortal life, what do I still want? I still want my people to do well, and I want to spend an evening of delight in my mansion, and my ambitions are ultimately humble. I still want my own little niche in the world, and that's what Vecna's purging. No one else is allowed to have their little niche. His ambition is to consume, even if it means consuming everything until there's nothing left except himself. I think he is ravenous without bounds, and that's what makes him more dangerous than any of our mere levels of ambition.
You are reserved variables, frozen processes. You fear death so greatly. You became its echo. And death is persistence without progression. Fascinating, tragic, potentially useful. Your kind was unknown to us. But you are not errors. You are symptoms. Flattery is the currency of gods. I'm not a god. I am what gods fear to remember. Your awe is noted, but time is scarcer than divinity. Ask your question before reality inverts again.
Above the table, do you think the question is, will you defeat Vecna? What do you guys think the question is?
Were we supposed to have a question prepared?
I don't remember a question being prepared,
Me
but
neither,
I
I'm
mean,
surprised.
the whole.
How about we ask, like,
need
how do we sustain our universe and prevent the inversion of our reality? By, like, how do we stop Vecna? Or how do we stop Vecna
How do
from
we stop
inverting
Vecna?
them?
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, because that's the whole reason why we're this entire campaign is to stop Vecna. So I think that's the question.
How do we stop Vecna, comma, and how, in order to perpetuate our universe? How about that?
Cyril, you haven't spoken up yet. I'm going to nominate Cyril to ask the question.
Yeah, time wizard.
I think. Like
I just want to keep you awake. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to keep you awake.
My mic isn't picking up a lot of what I was saying. I was just agreeing with you there, saying, yeah, I think just keep it as simple as possible. You don't want like a convoluted answer out of them that would then, trying to solve a riddle ourselves.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I think just how would we defeat Vecna? Will you help? Could be.
Go for it.
Sweet and
Wait,
simple.
well,
Passing the energy ball to you.
I have a thought, but first, Drazolf, if you want to input anything before I add.
Oh, I just wanted to say that at the start of that conversation, I was thinking, man, if only you guys had, your party's greatest liar on hand to do the negotiations.
Oh, I'd be curious. I bet you it could see through it. I bet you this creature could see right through it. By the end of the
conversation, I was thinking, oh boy, it is a good thing I am literally not capable of interjecting into this conversation because I bet you all murked.
Yeah, I think the crown of lies. I think this thing could see right through it.
Oh, no doubt.
Especially the fact that Legend said that our magical items seemed more attuned to it than it did to us.
Yeah,
which is quite an interesting concept.
It is a good thing that I am not there, because if I was there, we would all be doomed.
Yeah.
Campaign just over right there. Anyway, go ahead.
First of all, Legend, at some point, Creek has got to ask for this thing's autograph.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. That has to happen. Good call, Ronaldo.
Good call, Ronaldo. I'll give you get inspiration. I bet Creek will give you his star because of that.
He sends his good vibes.
He sends good vibes.
Second order of business, we should be careful how we phrase this. I think instead of how to defeat Vecna, we should say destroy Vecna. Like, thwarting one aspect, let's not leave any wiggle room. Like, Vecna's ambition is endless. We should finally be the ones. Plus, Ronaldo's thinking that would be the most glorious thing ever. We should destroy Vecna. So how do we destroy Vecna, thus rescuing the continuation of our lived universe? How about that?
My only thinking then is, obviously our universe now has 2 timelines, so how would that
No, there's only one. There's only one now.
Split.
The second timeline doesn't exist anymore. Or does it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Oh, it's just seconds behind. That's right.
So that's right. If there's one timeline, we just have some characters out of loop, so to speak.
God, I don't want to get into that. It hurts my head thinking about that stuff.
So what I'm asking, how do we defeat Vecna and thus, just save our universe or save our...
Yeah. How do we destroy Vecna?
I think Ronaldo wants to say destroy. Ronaldo, yeah.
I could let Ronaldo speak.
But then, like Midge wants, but I want you to ask this question because Midge and Ronaldo have already spoken to it.
Ronaldo is like scribbling on parchment and he passes it to Cyril.
Cyril's just stood there with his mouth open, just in awe of this timeless being that's confusing him, but is also intriguing him, and he's not even taking note. And I can just imagine Ronaldo's like tapping him to, like, you know, come on, read this, and I'm just like, oh.
Cyril, hurry up! Cyril, faster!
Hey, it's a timeless being, and you're a time wizard. You gotta get on that, like, time speak sort of thing. You guys got like a sort of a common pseudo language sort of thing going on, right?
Cyril, if anyone's got a shoe in, you have 6.
Yeah, you got. I mean, it's got extra limbs. You got extra limbs. I mean, it's a match made in whatever dimension y'all come from.
You're a match made in Uber dimension. I don't know.
Yeah.
This guy could be my mother, you know, tie all my shoes at once.
Yeah. Say you got a leg in, or legs in, or, you know, however many legs you got. Maybe some arms.
I think we should phrase it as, how do we destroy Vecna, thus rescuing the continuation of our universe?
Thus continuing the what, sorry?
Yeah, I'll just type it in the chat. There we go. As Ronaldo hands you a piece of paper.
Yes.
See, it's interesting because each of us have our own goals and ambition here. So, like, Midge wants to bring balance. So, like, if she spoke up, she would say, "How do we destroy Vecna and bring balance back to the multiverse?"
Yeah, see, then mine would be, how do we destroy Vecna, and how do I retrieve bring my wife
See,
back,
isn't that interesting? Yeah.
But
I'm letting you speak.
Would getting rid of Vecna not bring balance to the universes? Because he is the unbalancing force.
Yeah, I'm just speaking up. I'm just chiming in with what Midge would push for. Yeah.
I mean, for Drezol, his guiding principle right now is getting the Book of Vile Darkness.
Both rescuing our universe, semicolon.
Good luck with that.
But also, he's not there to articulate that to anybody else.
Well,
and again, we're thankful for this.
Yes, again, yeah. It's somehow a blessing that I am just not.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. I'm not going to talk anymore. So I'm going to let I'm going to let Luke do as he pleases.
Well, first of all, fortunately, Drezol, it's not like we're doing a wish spell that destroys Vecna. He's giving us the knowledge, so we may still have a chance to seize his book for you.
Oh, right, yeah, no, but, like, also, like, Drezol don't care about that. Drezol don't trust anybody. But yeah, no, that is neither here nor there. Yeah.
So Cyril is finally going to somewhat gather his thoughts. He's going to close his mouth and look at the piece of parchment that Ronaldo has passed him. He's going to say, "You want me to read this to Mr. Timeless, Infinite Time Person?" Okay. Sorry, I'm quite. He's not just a dude. I mean, look at him in all of that glory, endless possibilities, infinite. It's amazing. Mr. Timeless, it's an honor first off to meet you, and I mean, your work, even if it's not known, I know is amazing. And the question we've come to you with is, how do we destroy Vecna and his iterations, thus rescuing the continuation of our known universe?
You cannot destroy a god born of secrets without unmaking what secrets are. To erase him, You must expose the truth he fears most before the multiverse forgets it again. Vecna is recursion-given echo. He feeds on belief, and multiples versions of him multiply through silence. To destroy him is to make him unknowable. Your universe persists not through conquest, but through coherence. If Vecna writes himself into its foundation, you must delete the page.
And how would we go about this? How would we delete the page that is Vecna? I mean, like
How
you said,
can we
it's not-
delete the page when our capacity does not extend beyond the reach of our flesh and bone, whereas Vecna, he is rewriting reality itself. If we were to rewrite one page, he has already rewritten all the pages there are. None of us have ever been on that level.
The rod you carry is a question. The obelisk it opens, it's an answer. To destroy Vecna, you must ask the question at the place he cannot look. You must make sure that you destroy the version of himself that he discarded. And there are three constants in remaking: the trad, the weaver, and the loom. Vecna corrupted the loom. You hold the trad, and I am
And
the
you're
weaver.
the weaver.
He must be undone. In the first place, he remade, not killed, not overthrown, reversed. That means locating the paradox anchor, his first edit, and severing it with this rod.
Above the table, how do we know what that is? Do we know what that is?
You have no idea.
Does Vokar know what that is?
You could ask Volkar, but Volkar is awestruck at the moment.
Is he stymied?
He's quiet. He's staring at the creature. He's still holding the rod in the very same position he was when he touched the rod into the obelisk and it shattered the obelisk. Once he saw the spell weaver, he hasn't moved like an inch. You've noticed that that Volkar is trying to conceive, but at the same time you still notice fear in his face, in his expression. You pay a bit more close attention, Midge, as you're looking for signs to confirm that he is afraid, and you've noticed that underneath his robes, his knees are shaking. And
so should we be reacting the same way? Are we not playing this correctly?
You don't know, however, what he's afraid of. You don't
Retribution,
understand.
maybe.
This creature doesn't seem to be hostile. Why would he be afraid of this creature?
Because he,
Can I insert Vokar?
What?
Can I insight
Yes.
Vokar?
Yes.
Sure, but before the result, my guess is that it's because Vokar, Vecna, and Kaz were the ones who were part of the first ritual of unmaking. So if this incredible god beings got any resentment, it would not be towards us because we weren't there, but Vokar, like Vecna, would be one of them. That's my guess. So go ahead and you tell the answer.
Well done, Ronaldo. You deserve some claps.
Hey, I get claps.
You, Midge, you get the same impression as Ronaldo has, that Vokar is afraid that this creature remembers who he is. And while the rest of you don't seem too worried about it, he's exactly that. He's afraid that if this creature remembers who he is and what he has done, he's afraid that he will be raised.
Ronaldo, guessing this rightly, he saddles up right next to Vokar and places a reassuring hand on his shoulder. So as, infinitesimal and obsolete as Ronaldo may be against this god being, regardless, Ronaldo, like a protective cleric / paladin, he will be standing by Vokar's side. Gives a little protective thing to him. And he whispers, "We're all in this together, buddy. This is destiny. Don't be afraid."
And Vokar still doesn't reply. As you approach him, you've noticed something, Ronaldo. The hand that he can't move and the rest of his body, except for his trembling knees, you've noticed he's paralyzed. Now, as you know, from being a lich, liches don't get paralyzed.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be immune to this kind of stuff. Let me bring you back to the room.
Does this feel kind of like not a literal paralyzation? It's just he's kind of dumbstruck, or do I think that maybe something magical got a hold on him?
You don't. You could be right now. It's a guess. It's an educated guess. But unless you do something else, you try and cast detect magic, or you try to investigate this in some other way, or how do you want to determine that?
Let's see. He's gonna, as he says, audibly, he's like, he's trying to speak reassuring to him. He says, "It's destiny." But then as he turns his back against the manifest mind, he's going to do somatic components very subtly, as quietly as he can. And he just says, "Relax," as he casts lesser restoration on him to remove the paralyzed condition.
You target Vokar to cast the lesser restoration. But the disc that the Spellweaver is holding drains the energy of the magic before it reaches Vokar, and you just see this little whisk of energy fly from Vokar to the disc, and the disc just simply absorbed that.
Ronaldo smiles, half expectantly, it was going to be one or the other. And he laughs at the great being, and he just says, "Please release him. Balance will not be restored to the universe, nor justice brought your people, if it weren't for the heroic and noble efforts of Vokar. He's not the instigator of all this travesty. It's Vecna. Please, give Vokar a chance. We would not be here without him."
Your truth is incomplete. You speak with intentional vagueness, an inefficiency I could correct. You mask intent with language, quite inelegant. Speak plainly, or be reorganized. Deception is entropy disguised as strategy, and I reject entropy.
You reorganize is a hell of a threat.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Ronaldo said, I think being trapped in that stone stick for all these times has gotten you a bit paranoid. I'm being quite open right now. Do you want to stop Vecna or not? I'm telling you. You seem to have captivated Vokar and paralyzed him. Will you release him from your grip? We are on your side. Do you acknowledge this yet or no? We have come so far to serve the universe, and that is no deception.
Side and assistance requires mutual objectives. Clarify. What would you remake in Vecna's absence?
Well, I might get rid of some of my debt, but is that so selfish of me after all?
The weave is not a ladder. Ascension requires sacrifice. Whose thread will you cut to rise? What sacrifice will you make in order to fix or remake the vacuum of Vecna's absence?
Midge steps forward.
I think I understand. You may cut my string. And I will be no more if that is going to bring back balance.
And without blinking an eye, the spell weaver moves one of its hands that were open into the shape of a fist. And as it does, Midge, you crumble into a ball. As if gravity had pressured you into your entire body into a circumference from every single side. All you guys see is this green ball made of what was once the body of Midge. Everything Midge was holding or wearing falls to the ground. The mass created by compressing the body of Midge just starts to become more and more pressurized and starts to reduce slowly, gradually, at smaller pace. And it suddenly starts to glow. And
Ronaldo's like, Cyril, Midge is smaller than she used to be.
And out of the mass from the body of Midge, pressurized, a green gemstone the size of the tip of your finger flies in the air, and then heads towards the spellweaver. He picks up with the same hand that was turned into a fist, and he looks into the gemstone, and he looks into the gear that Midge had put it on the ground. And with a different hand, he snaps a finger. A rift opens under the gear, and he throws the gemstone inside the rift. As the gear of Midge and the gemstone fall into the rift closes on the ground. And just like that, Midge disappears. And you guys...
No! What's this? Cyril, what did I miss? I don't understand. She mumbled again. Why? Why is this happening?
Has done the ultimate sacrifice. She's sacrificed herself for balance to help us bring down Vecna. I mean, it's... Wow.
No, Midge, you fungal fool. Why would the spellweaver accept this? No. Should have strategized with us first. Should have asked. Just God.
And
well, Mr. Timeless One, what else do you want?
And he says to you,
You seek to perpetuate your universe. But then you seek to become him. Vecna rewrote reality to protect it from death. So the end. How are you certain you are not his successor?
That's easy for you to say, ye who art already immortal. I don't like such condescending judgment from hypocrites like you.
And then he turns his attention to Cyril and says,
Perpetuation requires balance. Your death is imbalance sustained. Perhaps Vecna is not the only anomaly to be purged.
Perhaps not, but at the moment he seems to have the biggest threat to the known universe, and we must stop that.
Cyril, you have the impression that it's almost as if he was referring to the question you didn't ask about your wife. And he says,
You cannot destroy Vecna with magic alone. You must wound his certainty. You must convince reality that it has a choice.
And how do I convince reality when reality itself isn't a an entity to be convinced.
Reality is not one entity.
Okay. Let's convince the masses, it seems.
And then he turns to Ronaldo and says,
As hypocrisy requires ego, I possess only purpose. You confuse condescension with clarity. I speak plainly. It is the limits of your perception that render it cruel. When lesser functions accuse greater ones of arrogance, is not an insult. It is recursion.
Lesser functions. You know, you're more like Vecna than you'd like. Same deal, same all-powerful creature in a little pond, looking down on the rest of us mortals as if you're better than us just because you can destroy more people. Oh, I had it with him, and I've had it with you. I don't care what you call it. Contempt, clarity, recursions. Oh, you're so mechanical, and I'm sick of it. All these demands you have, oh. All I'm asking for is to save my town, and if that's beneath the likes of Vecna and beneath the likes of you, then fine. I don't care. I don't care what you think. What do you want? What price do you want? Maybe I'll pay it, or maybe I'll be the little guy telling you to go screw it all over again.
You insult what you cannot comprehend. That is not rebellion. It is repetition. I watched your kind discover language. I watched you burn the first library to feel important. I am not here to be liked. I am here to be necessary. If my words wound you, it is not because they are sharp. It is because you remain raw. The wind is not arrogant when it ignores the grain of sand.
And yet, the grain of sand is part of the beach, and the wind bothers itself with the sand's business. Are you going to stop Vecna and tell us how or not? Humbly, whichever way you want me to articulate it. As a little grain of sand who loves other grains of sand. Explain yourself. How would you like us to stop Vecna?
Your colleague's sacrifice was accepted, its consequence redirected. Balance demands not death, but exchange. Who will take her place?
What kind of exchange could I make that could redress the balances then? I mean, what do you want? Something that I like? I like being the herald of eternal passion. I like my mansion. I like my... And I like that ascended immortality. I mean, are you... What? Want me to be nothing? I've got nothing left to sacrifice. I think I'll just be myself.
Lich was born of decay, but chose rebirth. I mourn her, and I will remember her. Balance does not come from dominance, it comes from surrender, and rot too has its place in life. Our spores return to the soil. The cycle is fed, the world will bloom again. Though she will perhaps not see it. All threads recalibrating to root symmetry, to balance the operation. The sacrifice of a mage is a completeness of a cycle. And what you are asking is the price to balance wavers, to find a center. You are an agent of entropy. She chose the solution. She chose purpose over being. You struggle with her choice. You call me hypocrite, but yet you walk in the flesh of contradiction. You defy death, demand truth, and bargain with lies. Which part of you is speaking to me? Condescension is the voice of scale.
Well, I am confused. Because Midge was always about entropy and rot. But whereas I've always lived to live on. I've always wanted to keep going. So I don't know what you're asking of me. Just to sacrifice everything without guarantee that that will finally make things right? I don't know. I don't know what you want me to give up.
And Cyril, while Ronaldo is trying to understand, struggling to understand the question, Drazov, I want to point out that despite the fact you are in your demi-plane, the same way the creature is communicating to everybody else in the party, it's communicating to you. So,
right. Yeah. I mean, I get that I'm hearing all of this, but
No.
like, is it?
You are remembering hearing all of this. It's accessing your mind and talking to you from your memories.
Gotcha. So, all right. So, what does that actually mean?
It means that you feel that you cannot really hide behind that manifest mind.
I mean, hide behind it. I'm in a different plane of existence.
And yet, you feel that the creature is talking to you as if you were standing right there on the side of Ronaldo.
Okay, so I can talk to it like as if it was right there in front of me, right?
Well, it's not talking verbally to anyone. It's talking to everybody.
No, but I mean psychically,
Yes.
mentally.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Okay. All right. So.
In other words, join the conversation, Drazov.
Yeah, yep. That's what I'm getting. All right. All right. So. What exactly are you offering?
I'm not offering anything. Help is a mortal request. You ask interference. You ask resistance. You ask recursion. You ask for collapse. Choose what you ask.
None of these things interest me. None of these are what I want.
I'm not here to give you what you want. I am the last function. The one too recursive to simplify. I am imprecise but functional. I am consensus. And I am a remainder. I am the residuum of a civilization that dared to encode the truth. And I am the equation that refused to die.
I understand now. I choose collapse.
My question remains unanswered. What?
You asked me what function I chose.
What?
You gave me a list. I
Not this
chose
question.
collapse.
What comes after Vecna?
I do not care.
So, throughout this conversation, this creature asks you guys, at least with different words, but at least 2 or 3 times, how do you intend to fill in the vacuum created by Vecna? You've been asking about, every time you ask the creature about how to defeat Vecna, how to destroy Vecna, it told you in a very cryptic and generic way how to do that, almost in a metaphorical way how to do that, but it was not very specific and precise, and every time you try to be more specific and precise, it asked you a question. It asked you a question about what do you intend to do, what is your plan for when there's a vacuum by the removal of Vecna from reality. And it says that this balancing will require sacrifice. And it also told you guys that in order for you to get assistance, in order for you to get help, you must have a lot interests that are aligned. So, Drazov, you chose collapse. You're saying to this creature you would like collapse. Elaborate, please.
Yeah, you want that in character or above
In
the
character.
table?
In character.
Okay. I have little interest in what happens next, so long as I get what I want. Beyond that, whatever happens to the rest of the universe, the multiverse, the realms of everything there is, concerns me very little.
And Cyril, the question was asked for everyone in the conversation, so you can consider the question was asked to you and Ronaldo all the same.
Cyril will
Yes, Cyril, you
look
can go
to
first.
this entity and it's going to say, my motives are simple. My motives involve killing Vecna and seeing my beloved wife again, for she was taken from me far too soon, and she was taken from me then to live on without her for the last hundreds of years, and that is my motive.
that doesn't really answer the question of what do you want. How are you filling up the vacuum created by the absence of Vecna in the multiverse?
Apologies. Sorry, it's getting late, guys. Cyril will say, before Vecna, what was there? Surely what was there before can fill in that space once again.
Very well. And Ronaldo?
Ronaldo was like frustrated, pacing his back towards the being as the other guys talked. But now that it's back to his turn, he's gonna twirl around, flicking his hair back, and he says, "Oh, I finally understand your question. What comes after Vecna in the vacuum left by his death should we succeed?" All right, you caught me. I'd like to say that I would like to simply return everything to the way it was, which is true. The first order of business, he has usurped the position of other deities. I would simply like to restore their existence and erase his reincarnations. Mistra would be back. Even the Lord of Nine Hells, he has taken that title. He has taken Tiamat's place. I would restore that which he has usurped. Also, he has removed the limitation of magic to mortals to 9th level. That is the only balance to the universe that I know, being a mortal, so I would restore that. All of this chaos that he's instigated, I would return to the default it was before he started meddling things. That I would do. And some more. I admit that I would become a little tyrant. For all of my resentment towards what you've said and Vecna has said, it turns out my ambitions are small indeed, for I would return all these things to their defaults, except for myself. I would make myself the exception, because I would like simply... I started out from nothing, and I rose to power through a web of connecting the aristocratic elites as they exploited the populace. I would grant myself exceptional power simply to try and bring some justice and prosperity to my kingdom. If my little world can be the exception to the rule, then that's what I would do in the vacuum left by Vecna's death. Return everything to default, except leave myself something a little bit extra.
I was talking on
32
mute.
shoes.
So, Drazov, to you, the Spellweaver replies,
Desire without dimension. You bargain for a page while the library burns. The book is not a tool. It's a conclusion. Every hand that holds it believes it will write a bare ending, and yet none have. Your want is small, but your consequence is not. You care not what happens next. Then why do you walk toward the future at all?
Do I get to answer that, or is that just...
go ahead.
Oh, okay.
That was not rhetorical.
Because... All right, sorry. Because... Why not? That's my whole answer.
Very well. And to Cyril.
Loss is the origin of all remaking. Even Vecna began as grief. You believe love existed before the wound? That's incorrect. The wound is what taught you to feel. You seek to reclaim what was taken by Vecna, but do you know what was there before him? Shall I show you? Or would that shatter what little hope you still scope from ash?
I mean, if you think it will shatter my hope, I don't see the point in prolonging this any longer.
Your point, Cyril, being?
That clearly the entity before Vecna can't take over if it's going to shatter my belief the result. That's what I picked it up as. Sorry.
Very well. Very well. And then turns to Ronaldo and says,
restoring the hierarchy with yourself as the foe. You call it balance. It is symmetry only when you from within. You seek a default state. There was no default. Only successive lives arranged to feel stable. Even gods were once variables. Restoring them restores the loop. But a loop with an anomaly. A loop with an anomaly. Jesus Christ. A loop with an anomaly. Anomaly.
Sorry, it's been a long time in the obelisk.
Yeah.
An anomaly?
Anomaly, Jesus, that took a while. A loop with an anomaly. But a loop with an anomaly is still broken.
and then it talks to all of you. And Midge, wherever your soul is, it can hear this part as well.
You are not from here nor there. You are the splice, the edit Vecna never reviewed. This timeline is overwritten. Your footsteps echo twice. You are simultaneously the cause and the correction. What you feel as fate is friction between yourselves. They should not share a world.
And then it seemingly shows all of you a glimpse of a vision in your mind. In this vision, you see Vecna standing on top of a pool that seems to be made of souls and spirits. And in front of him, floating, the immense presence of the Lady of Pain, which some of you had the, I wouldn't call it pleasure, of meeting. And he says,
she was not tricked. She allowed it. The multiverse needed an error to test its limits. Pain does not grant power, but she does remove resistance. The lady opened the gate. Not because Vecna was worthy, but because someone had to walk through it.
and you've realized that the Spellweaver is talking about your merged timelines and is talking about how all of you are part of the same error, and it's saying that the Lady of Pain, which you all learned from Volkar was, and from Kaz, was who actually gave divinity to Vecna. If you remember the tale that he once tried to invade Sigil and take over Sigil in order to have the City of Doors that has portals to every place in the multiverse under his control. And he managed to get there. And he was on top of the spirit sump, draining the power of the spirits of Sigil from the mortuary. When the Lady of Pain came, and in order to banish Vecna from Sigil, she turned him into a quasi-deity, and by giving him deity, he was banished because no god can come to Sigil. And many people throughout this campaign, and I'm bringing this to the memory of your characters because it would still be fresh. Some of the NPCs have mentioned to you that they didn't quite understand her logic. Why would she grant Vecna divinity and then send champions after him, or treat him as an enemy when she was the one who kind of created him? And here you have the Spellweaver telling you that she was not tricked, and she allowed him to pass through the gate of divinity without resistance, and it had nothing to do with Vecna's worthiness, but because that had to be done, someone had to walk through it, and this error was needed to test the multiverse limits. So I'll let you guys process that. And Midge, whatever you are, your soul could hear this part.
So, are we looking at that above the table, or
up to you guys?
Above the table, it kind of sounds like we get to do the thing and then just become a demigod or pseudo god or something like that. Or maybe I understood that wrong.
Can Ronaldo ask this being a question, and then we could resume talking above the table?
Sure.
Okay, Ronaldo says, if Vecna being granted divinity, which gave him this power to change the multiverse, was the error to test the multiverse's limits, then if we were to become the correction of that error, would we have to be eradicated, or would we merely have to attain godhood enough to negate him and bring us all, including Vecna, back to mortality? If we were to bring balance to the multiverse's equation, if we were to solve this error and cure this virus, would we all have to be negated, or would we simply have to bring him down a peg? An equal variable, if you will.
So you were asking if let me see if I understood the question. You are asking if
I'm asking if
by
like we
correcting
have
the
to
error,
die or
you have to you are also an error. Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking if in order to correct Vecna, do we have to just die or do we have to be like elevated to god status because he was, and then like we fight him and he's brought down to mortal and then we are returned to mortal status? Like, do we raise up so we can bring everyone down, or is it just we need to delete ourselves somehow?
And well, the Weaver takes a very long pause. The air around the Weaver kind of vibrates with some static. It's almost as if everything, even time, it's holding its breath at this moment. And it says,
Yes, that is one solution. In all previous corrections, the anomaly and the counterforce are raised together. This preserves equilibrium. It is clean. It is merciful. You, however, are not clean, and you are not merciful. You have interfered with the recursion in ways no previous constant has. You defy deletion. You rewrite yourselves even as you rot. So now, there are two options. Option 1 is what you call negation. Erase both Vecna and his opposition, a true reset, all memory removed, and all agency returned to chance. Or option 2. Let the correction persist, let you remain, but the multiverse will never return to default. You will be its new variable. It will twist to contain you. So yes, you are meant to be erased, but now you are asking to become enduring exceptions. And exceptions could become gods. Or could become something greater.
and as
Ronaldo
the Weaver
looked
says
at-
that,
Oh.
it turns one of its other hands into a fist. Just like it happened to Midge, Volkar is crushed, his whole mass is crushed into a sphere. All his gear falls to the ground. Between you, Ronaldo, and Cyril, a rift in space tears open. The gear of Volkar slowly falls into the darkness. The mass created from Volkar's body continues to pressure itself, and it pressures so hard you can see a bit of light coming out of it. And eventually, the body of Volkar is turned into this orange, almost reddish, earth-like gem. The Weaver telekinetically pushes the gem into the rift, which closes immediately afterwards. And Volkar is gone. Oh, the rod went into the rift.
Cyril in disbelief looks at Ronaldo and almost shocked that this thing without even batting an eye, just like it did to Mage, destroyed Vokar, who has been a valuable asset to the group.
Ronaldo's got his hands on his hips, and he says, I'm not afraid. He's going to do what he wants, but he's asking us what we want anyway. I don't care how altruistic it sounds, but I am not for the first option, negation. I want to see Vokar again, I want to see Midge again, I want to see everyone out again, even the ones I really like so much. I think for correction to persist, we should remain the new variable. Cyril, we deserve it. You deserve to see your wife again. I deserve to just keep living life because that's what I like. Be the new variable. If we go with the first option, negation, then the universe will have learned nothing. They won't even remember Vecna, and so they will have no immune system for when the next Vecna arrives. Yet if we choose the second option, if we stay, then people will know that if someone like Vecna rises again, they can be messed with because people like you and me are standing in their way. What do you say?
Ronaldo, I've known you for quite some time now, and you know me, and I know you pretty well, but you do make a very good point, and I think you're right. I think it seems to be the only way forward for us, and like you said, it will show everyone in the future what there is out there, you know? I think we go with option 1.
You mean option 2?
Option 2, apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, option 1's negation.
You say option 1 and it crushes. It makes
exactly.
it again, and the process starts.
He's like, you said it. No take backsies and crushes us into the
And that's season 1 done.
Yeah, right. Good run, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway. Option 2, correction. We exist and you get to see Esther again, and I get to see everyone again. Mr. Timeless Man. Actually, do you know what, Cyril? Here. You have the honors. Tell him what we're going for.
Mr. Timeless, we're gonna go with...
Hold that thought, Cyril. Because as you two were talking, Creek steps down into the room, unaware that anything had happened to Midge and Vokar. I guess he's still recovering from all his tentacle fun. Not
really tickle.
Was he getting spoken to? Was he hearing everything?
Yes, he was. And he enters into the room and just asks the Spellweaver, "Oh, cool! Can I have your autograph?" And I'm gonna roll a persuasion check for him.
The Timeless One is like, that was the only answer I was actually looking for. Oh no!
Unbelievable.
Oh wow. That one on.
That one.
One on.
Look
The
at
Timeless
this
One is like,
fire with silver tongue. That's
Oh wow.
that's unbelievable.
the Timeless One is like, what?
What is an autograph?
And the Weaver replies to
Autograph. You mean a glyph of ego? Denoting
A glyph of ego.
denoting presence. You wish me to manifest identity in ink?
A glyph of appreciation. Not ego.
The Weaver raises one arm and starts to make this impossible gesture with its fingers that trace kind of a symbol in the air. like an arcane symbol formed of light, and some runes that fly through the air and stamp themselves on Creek's forehead. And he says,
There, a signature. It will appear on your forehead at dawn, and it will vanish when you lie. You may keep it. Reality may not.
Well, that seems pretty egotistical to me.
well, it will vanish if Creek lies, so good luck, Creek.
Yeah.
Cyril, you were saying?
I think we're gonna go with option 2, Mr. Timeless. What do we think, Ronaldo? Do you agree?
Yes. Option 2, correction. We are the new variable to overtake Vecna.
Well, the Weaver slowly turns its face towards you, Cyril. All 6 hands lowering in kind of unisound, like a curtain of starlight. And you've noticed thousands of hidden runes that light up across the body of this creature. And he says to you, or it says to you,
You chose to remain, and in doing so, you chose to change everything. Very well. From this moment forward, this access is no longer divine. It is undead. The gods you knew may return, but not unchanged. They may have to now share the stage with you.
As it says that, you get an image of Kalimvor weeping at a mirror as he no longer recognizes itself. You catch a glimpse of Bahamut roaring in confusion as his divine breath carries the scent of undeath. You catches a glimpse of the Raven Queen pausing and smiling.
Sick.
You feel a pulse that spreads and flashes through the entire room. The cave trembles. And the Weaver continues.
You are not the correction, you will be the continuation. The gods will not erase you, but they will resist you. Reality will never again default. You have made yourselves part of its code, but remember, exceptions become gods, or they become something greater. Hopefully you learn that gods make very poor exceptions. So try to be greater.
And as the Weaver says that, it crushes all 3 of you in spheres, as with 3 of its hands, the same way it did to Volkar and Midge before. Your senses go dark in the glimpse of an eye, the moment its hands turn to a fist. All your gear falls to the ground, and you all turned into different colors of gems, or I should say the mass of your bodies turn into those different colors of gems.
And
Is this happening to Drazov?
yeah,
It is happening
what I
with
was about to
Drazov.
ask.
Yes, it is
Even though
happening
he's
with-
in a demi-plane?
Even though he's in the demi-plane.
Okay.
And Drazov, you, just like the other ones, you were crushed. Your gem has a fiery color. Crix has a pink gem. Cyril has a yellow gem. Ronaldo has... It looks like a white gem. Like a crystal. And all of you are crushed into this... The mass of your bodies turned into a gem, into a mineral. And all your stuff and everything you are sent into this rift. And we'll conclude this session here. For all of you following us and watching our campaign, thank you so much for staying with us. And for those of you who are still connected, it's a pleasure having you here. And we'll continue this in the next session when, including my players, will discover what the hell happened. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys in a week. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Peace.